Thank you very much, Mr. Speaker, sir, and I must thank the honourable member for the question. Before I reply to you proper, I'd like to announce that the bar mill, the railway mill, is almost ready for operation. They are doing a testing today, and hopefully by 10th of December, the crushing will resume in the railway mill. Number two, Mr. Speaker, sir, I'd like to share something last Friday I had encountered in Bar. Sorry, in Latoka. We had the AGM of Fish Sugar Corporation. And we happened to have a guest called Mahendra Pal Chaudhary, who was a small shareholder representing the National Farmers Union. Now, when my chairman, Mr. Nitya Reddy, asked him, he said, Mr. Chaudhary, should we have a mill in Penang? He said, no, there should be no mill in Penang. I've got a tape of audio recording of it. Number two, he said, should we only have one mill in Vitilevu? He said, yes. So he said, where should it be? He said, first close Latoka mill, and set up a new mill in Nawaidoma. So Nawaidoma doesn't have sugarcane, doesn't even have cassava there. So I'm supposed to put on record that this man, who's supposed to be a leader of farmers, is trying to, instead of building mills, he's trying to close mills. Now, finally, Mr. Speaker, I would like to now reply to Mr. Dinesh, Honorable Dinesh. Mr. Speaker, sir, I thank the Honorable member for the question. Before I be specific, I wish to emphasize that land tenure remains one of the most critical challenges facing the sugar industry today. It is an issue that threatens the long-term sustainability of the sector and must be addressed collectively by both sides of this House. Whether we are speaking for the sugar or non-sugar sector, the future of both sectors depend on secure and predictable access to land. Mr. Speaker, sir, my ministry is fully aware of the difficulties associated with expiring agricultural leases, particularly those affecting our sugarcane farmers. While the Crown Sea leases poses less of a challenge, leases administered by the Ethiopia Trust Board has been an area of concern. Over the next 10 years, a total of 2,362 agricultural leases under ITLTB are due to expire, the majority of which are the land currently under sugarcane cultivation. Of this, 1,328 leases are already in the renewal process. These are farmers who have utilized the land for agriculture as required under the lease conditions. 466 leases are currently not being renewed due to a number of issues. Primarily, non-utilization of leased land for agricultural purposes, land identified by the landowner unit for future development, and the land set aside for the growing Matangali members. The remaining leases are undergoing inspection, consultations, and due diligence as part of the renewal assessments. Support to the farmers facing the lease expiry, Mr. Speaker, has been a concrete step to support both existing and new farmers. Through our new farmers and lease premium assistance program, the ministry has invested 2.7 million supporting 202 new entrants in the sugar industry, 385 farmers through the lease premium assistance. Under this program, the ministry contributes 30% of the lease premium, or 7,500, which is lower. In addition, one of our key institutions, the Sugarcane Growth Fund, provides affordable loans for leases renewals at an interest rate of 4.5%, which remains one of the lowest loan rates available to the farmers in Fiji today. The whole government's collaboration, Mr. Speaker, in addressing the lease expiry requires collaboration across multiple sectors. The Ministry is working closely with the Ministry of Finance and Business Development, Ministry of Ethiopia Affairs, Ministry of Lands and Mineral Resources, Ministry of Agriculture and Waterways, Ethiopia Land Trust Board. Through this collaboration, we are in process of reactivating the Lease Renewal Task Force, initially led by the Ministry of Finance, which will provide a more comprehensive long-term and coordinated solution to the lease expiry issues affecting farmers. Ensuring sustainable use of land, Mr. Speaker, while my ministry remains fully committed to supporting our farmers, we also recognize that the lease renewals must be grounded in productivity, compliance, and long-term viability. Only those farmers who are able to fully utilize the land for agricultural production should continue to hold agricultural leases. Where growers are no longer productive or where no viable succession plan exists, the responsible course of action is to relinquish the agricultural leases and allow other committed and capable farmers the opportunity to lease and cultivate the farms. Such growers may instead opt for a residential lot if they wish to continue residing in that area. Additional long-term strategies, Mr. Speaker, is the ministry, together with our stakeholders, is also pursuing other strategies to reduce the impact of lease expiries on the sugar sector. These strategies are strengthening only notification systems for lease expiry, through which farmers are now being notified earlier and encouraged to begin renewal processes well ahead of expiry dates. Encouraging farmers to have a succession plan, building partnerships with family members or neighboring growers to sustain cane production. Promoting cluster and cooperative farming models, which allows a more efficient use of land, shared resources, and improved production, thereby strengthening farmers' eligibility for renewal of leases. The Ministry, in collaboration with the Future Sugar Growers Council, and already initiated a share farming program through which inactive or abandoned cane farms have been brought back into production by pairing willing growers with available farmland. Mr. Speaker, in addition to the current strategies, the Ministry is preparing a policy paper proposing that the government, through the Ministry of Sugar Industry, assume a role of a head lessee for designated agricultural land and thereafter sublease this land to the sugarcane farmers. Mr. Speaker, this proposed model offers us several important advantages for the long-term sustainability of the sugar industry. Firstly, it provides a greater security and a continuity of land for cane production by preventing sudden disruptions and arising from a non-renewals or disputes. It also helps the fragmentation of the production of agricultural land, ensuring that these areas remain dedicated to farming. Secondly, the model allows land to be allocated to the most committed and capable farmers based on clear performance of criteria. It strengthens accountability, removes the burden of the goodwill payments, and makes access to the land more attainable, particularly for the young and new farmers who often cannot afford such additional costs. Thirdly, the model enhances the planning and modernization of efforts. With government's coordination of the land blocks, we can better support mechanization, enforce essential farming standards, and implement infrastructure such as drainage, access roads, irrigation more efficiently. At present, disputes between the growers, neighbors, and families over boundaries, access roads, and fallow lands are common. Centralized leasing would reduce these conflicts by standardizing land management practices. Finally, Mr. Speaker, this approach protects the interest of the landowners by ensuring the land is utilized, production is increased transparently and sustainability. It also strengthens the entire supply chain, provides confidence to the millers, and growers and help secure the long-term future of the sugar industry. Mr. Speaker said this proposed model is currently undergoing a consultation within the sugar institutions. A wider consultation with the farmers will also be undertaken. Once this process is completed, all views have been considered, the proposal will be submitted to Cabinet for consideration. Mr. Speaker said, my ministry remains firmly committed to ensuring that the protection, compliant and dedicated farmers are supported throughout their lease renewal processes, and the long-term viability of a sugar industry is protected. Through targeted assistance, stronger interagency coordination, and proactive long-term planning, we are confident that Fiji can effectively address challenge posed by expiring land leases and build a more secure and resilient future for cane growers. Thank you, sir.